Moment. We should be live. Let's check. I think I am live. Okay, so you guys need to tell me. I've never done something like this before. If the audio's okay, if the video's okay, if you guys can see everything. Unfortunately for this stream, it's just going to be one camera angle. I don't have like an overhead camera and a webcam and all that side stuff. But I think I'm live. I think this is working. Just going to spend a minute monitoring the chat to make sure we're all good. I will explain how all this stuff is set up and what everything's going to be doing in just 1 second. I'm going to give you guys a second to come in. All right. I think you guys can see me. Yeah, the chat is saying good. Awesome. Okay. Sweet. Awesome. All right, so what I'm going to be doing in this stream is just building a file server. So everyone's been asking me, like, what language are you using? What tech stack? No tech stack. It's a physical file server. I have 3 hard drives. These are each 2 terabytes that I'm going to be putting in here. This case, which I'll show to you guys later, actually has room for 8. So the reason I'm building this is because, as you can see, I have my Mac, I have my big PC, and I actually record all my video on the camera, and then I record all of my audio on the Mac. So I want to be able to really easily store all of that stuff on the same computer and access it from the Mac and access it from the PC. Also, I have probably 4 or 5 terabytes of video files currently on SSDs on my computer. I'd like to offload those and just keep everything on one central server. And then that way I can remote into it later if I'm somewhere else and actually access those files. Anyways, that's kind of my reasoning. I'm going to go through the parts that I picked right now. And I also just mentioned that this is going to be a really casual stream. I'm not going to be worried about doing this quickly. I'm going to be trying to look at the chat. I can see that you guys are saying some stuff here. And yeah, I'll just be trying to answer some questions and we'll just kind of have fun and just chat. And yeah, I mean, I'm planning on going for probably about an hour and a half, 2 hours, depends on if we run into any problems. And I will quickly mention that I'm not going to be doing any of the software configuration here. I am planning on running these hard drives in a RAID array. I've never done that before, so I figured let's do that off stream and not have you guys watch me painfully try to figure out all of these problems. All right, so with that being said, let's start going through some of the parts. I'll talk about the prices and everything. We've got 279 people watching. Thank you to everyone. Everyone, let me know if there's any problems or anything going on. This is like a really strange setup. I have a monitor right here where I'm watching myself. I've got the camera. I actually have a boom mic here that you guys can't see. This PC is actually streaming everything, so the one down there that you can see, the Mac is running all the audio. You get the point. There's a lot of places where things could fail. All right, so this build is about 900 Canadian dollars before tax. I need to run a Ryzen, what is this? Ryzen 5 2nd gen processor. This is a, what's the exact model? 3400G. It's 4.2 gigahertz max boost, 3.7 gigahertz base. It's a 4-core processor, and it has integrated graphics. Now, I would have gone with something like a Pentium or a Celeron, but I don't want to go with Intel because they're stopping making a lot of stuff for Intel. And the guy recommended at the store that this would be better and it would just be faster if I wanted to do anything else with this computer. Funny enough, I could actually game on this CPU if I wanted to. I'm not going to be doing that, but it's good enough. I think this was like $200 or something like that. Next, I've got a single stick of 8 gigabytes of RAM, DDR4. I don't need anything special. Again, this is just a server. It's not really going to be like running any applications. It's just going to be storing files. And then I have a B450F gaming motherboard. I would have gone with something lower end, but they didn't have enough SATA ports on all the motherboards under $100. So I think this was about $180. The RAM, I think, was like 50 or 60 bucks or something. And this has 6 SATA ports on it. So this case actually can hold 8 hard drives. So I will need like a RAID card or whatever that extension thing is if I want more SATA ports. But yeah, and then I have a 400 watt power supply. And that's pretty much it. This is a pretty bare bones build. I also have, 2 fans I'm going to be installing. These are just I took out of an old case that I had. And yeah, so there's not much to do. That's why I figured I'd just get on the stream and we'd just chat. Let's do a quick look at the chat here. See what you guys are doing. $200 for that CPU. This is all Canadian dollars, by the way, guys. I don't know how much I actually paid for this, to be honest with you. I just tapped the card when the guy said that's what it is. So I bought it from a store, so whatever their retail price was. But it is quad core, so like I don't think it's that bad, and it's a Ryzen 5. All right, what else are you guys saying? Are you going to be awkward in this to YouTube? I think you mean upload, and yes, this will be uploaded to YouTube afterwards. Don't worry if you miss it. Is Discord glitched? What are you guys all saying here? Hello? Okay. anyways, if you guys have questions, just pop them in the chat. I'll be looking at it periodically, but I'm going to go ahead and actually get started building some of this stuff. So I will show you the parts. Again, unfortunately, only this one angle, so you're not going to get like a super close-up, high-quality look at everything. Oops, that's a great start. Smash that into my case. Okay. And another great start, just smash the boom mic. If you guys can't tell, I've never done something like this before. This is kind of a new setup for me. But if you guys have any ideas for what you'd like to see in, like, say, a 24-hour coding live stream or a 12-hour coding live stream, leave some things in the chat, because I am planning on doing that probably sometime in October. And a lot of you guys have been asking me about making like a social media website and stuff like that. I'm planning on either doing that as a video series, like kind of partially live, where like I don't prepare anything beforehand, because a lot of my videos I do that for, or I'll do it on a live stream. But the only thing is, if I do it on a live stream, it could be pretty painful to watch me, but anyways, we'll see. But let me know if you guys want to see something like that in the chat. And again, let's just, you know, keep chatting. The point of this is just to talk to you guys and answer any questions and all of that. Okay. I like when NVIDIA pulled okay. Yeah, so if anyone is just joining in here, as I said before, this is like a $900 build or something. And honestly, could game with this if I wanted to. It's nice because I actually left myself room. If I want to put a graphics card in this, I can. So we could technically turn this into like a low-end gaming machine at some point, although I don't really anticipate that happening. Okay, so let's use the tip from LTT, which you guys are putting in the chat here, to use the motherboard box as a open air test bench. Now I'm gonna take a risk and not test all of this before I put it in the case. I've never had a problem. I've built a lot of computers before. If that happens, well then I guess the stream will just be longer than usual. All right. So this is actually the motherboard. It's not as low end as I was planning on getting, but you know, it's just because it's the only one that had those SATA ports on the side, as I'm not sure if you guys can see it there. Yeah, so this is motherboard, decent I/O, and yeah, enough slots to where if I want to put a GPU in it, I can. All right, let's see what everyone's saying. 400 is really low for CPU plus GPU. Yeah, I know. If I put a GPU in this, this is going to be a really low-end GPU, something that only takes like one single 6-pin or 8-pin, or maybe not even any of that. This power supply isn't even modular. You guys are going to cringe at the cables, but this case, when I eventually start showing it to you, which I just don't have room to do right now, it doesn't have any tempered glass side panels or anything, so won't really matter. All right, let's get that out. And let's pull this guy out of here. All right, yeah, so we've got the ketchup and mustard cables, yellow and red. I didn't even know it was like that, but there you go. Probably not a great idea to hold it from the cables, but that's fine. The motherboard is too good for the GPU and CPU you bought. Well, I don't have a GPU, and I know it's too good, but the reason I got it again is because all of the lower-end boards only have 4 SATA ports on them, and I want at least 6, because in the future I'm planning on upgrading the server by adding more drives. Right now I only have 3 drives, but I anticipate potentially adding more. And as I mentioned before, I will be putting these in a RAID array, but that's not going to be a part of this live stream. All right, power supply is here. Let's actually get the CPU up and start installing that. Okay, here's our CPU. Not sure if you guys can see that there at all. Focus, maybe not. Okay, that's fine. We'll show it later. And CPU cooler. All right, does the cooler have RGB is the question. Probably not, but we will see. And no RGB on this cooler. When I bought my Ryzen 9, which is in the other PC, it actually ended up coming with an RGB-ish like cooler that had like a ring around it, which was kind of interesting. Okay, let's get some of this stuff out of the way. And let's go for the CPU install first. What's everyone saying? What does the server you are building going to do? It's just going to store files. It's only going to store video files, audio files, and it's going to make it a lot easier for me to transfer files from my Mac to my actual big computer, which you guys can kind of see the setup for back there. because right now I've been using Google Drive just to send audio files, but I have to wait for it to upload, wait for it to download. It's just kind of a mess, and I'd rather just keep it in one location. And then all of the video files that I have, so I store copies of all my videos, even though YouTube saves them, just in case something happens. So I want to have room for the 500 plus videos that I have, and they're continually just being larger file sizes as I record in higher resolution, higher frame rate, all of that stuff, which hopefully you guys have noticed if you've been following this channel for a while. All right, so CPU is in. I guess I'll have to kind of walk you through this because you won't see what I'm doing. So there we go. And now it is time to put the cooler on. Now, I actually don't even know how to install this. I've never installed like an air cooler on a Ryzen thing, so I think I have to take off these little metal pieces. There's these like black bars, but yeah. Do you live in a house or an apartment? I have a house. Why are you asking Tim how to improve English? Yeah, don't ask me how to do that. Will you keep up the Flutter video? Maybe. So you're going to use RAID or unRAID? I have no idea. Are you going to make a stream for coding this? Yes. And also the stream is delayed on my end, probably about 20 or 30 seconds. So if you'll notice that when I'm reading the chat, but there's not really much I can do about that. Okay, so let's start unscrewing some of this stuff. I wish I had set up some music beforehand, but then I'll just get copyright striked. Okay, why building a new PC when you can add drives to your existing PC? Because I want this to be a dedicated server where all it does is just store files. So that way I don't have to have a ton of spinning hard drives in my computer. I just don't want that to happen. It's just going to be a lot easier if I just have a dedicated machine. And I also want to do a live stream and build something for you guys. So I figured this would be a good way to do that. Yeah, big shout out to my Discord server. All the guys with mods, with the exception of maybe 1 or 2 people, are from there. You guys can join that. There should be a link in the description. I'm actually doing these like code jam competitions. I'm going to be doing a video announcing the winner of a recent code jam one we did pretty soon. So yeah, definitely join that and check that out. Okay, so these are out. I think this should be good to go. Now, I don't know if there's like a specific way to put this on. I'm going to guess the logo should just line up with the other logos. I think that's all I need to do. Okay, so that should be good. Let's see if that fits in there. And perfect. I think I did it correctly. Great. Let me know in the chat if you guys are, what do you call it, PC builders as well. If you saw on my channel, I did a video building that PC behind me with, you guys can see all the lights on and stuff. And some of you mentioned that you're in the PC master race, but let me know. Are you going to use Linux? Yes, I'm going to use Linux. There's already thermal paste on this cooler, don't worry. That would have been an interesting mistake. I recently participated in Tim's Code Jam. It was dope. I'm glad to hear that. Yeah, I have thermal paste already on the on the cooler. Appreciate it though, guys. Yeah, if you notice me making any mistakes, don't hesitate to let me know. Okay, gotta get this guy down. See, is that in? Okay, I think so. Come on, get in there. There we go. Let's see what people are seeing. PC Master Race. Thermal paste. Thermal paste is in, guys. I'm telling you. I swear, I got it. Don't worry. Okay. And there we go. All right, so let's just put this into the CPU fan. It looks like that's right there. Now, cable management is going to be pretty much irrelevant for this build, again, because there's no panel, right? So I don't need that. Now, a question for all of you guys. What RAM slot does a single RAM stick go in? If we're saying like left to right of the board, that's what I want to know. I think I know what one it is, but maybe you guys can confirm for me. If we're looking at the board closest to the CPU cooler, how many slots over to, I guess, on yours is probably your left. For me, it's my right. Which one does it go in? What distro of Linux are you going to use? I don't know. That's gonna be after this this video. I'm not doing that in this stream. That will be too painful. I also need to set up a keyboard and mouse and all that kind of stuff. All right, so here's my RAM stick. Probably the skinniest RAM stick I've ever seen in my life. I think it's like 3,000 megahertz. I opted to get one a little bit faster rather than go with the slower like 2666. Okay, let's see this. I think it goes in the second slot. I'm pretty sure. Let me look at my other PC. Yeah, okay. It definitely goes in the second slot. I'm pretty sure that's right. Let's see if you guys are confirming. Slot B. Okay, yes. Awesome. Correct. How many of you we got in here? 366 people. Well, thank you to everyone for tuning in. Appreciate it. See what everyone else is saying. Second one. Can you explain what you're doing in a nutshell? Sure. I am building a file server. So essentially, as you guys know, YouTube channel, lots of videos, lots of audio files, lots of editing files, just a ton of files. And I just rather have them stored in one central place. And then also just for a fail-safe, right? Like say something goes wrong with my computer, I ruin the OS or something. I don't know, whatever. It blows up. Who knows? I want to have all these videos saved in one central place. This server is going to go somewhere else in my house. It's not even going to be in this room. And it's just going to act as a place where I can store and transfer files between my big PC, my Mac, any other computers I have. And that's kind of the objective of it. That's what I'm doing here. And that's the point, because when I do a recording, I record audio here, video on the camera, and I just want to store everything, even the raw files themselves and the editing files, on the server. So that's what I'm doing. Why don't you use cloud servers? I could use cloud servers. I just prefer to have a physical one. It's just better. I won't have to pay for it in the future. I can upgrade to have as much storage as I want. I don't have to deal with outages. I do actually have a UPS, uninterruptible power supply, that this is going to go into. So in theory, unless there's a really long power outage, this should never be out of power. And that's, yeah, kind of the point of it. All right, so it looks like our motherboard is done. I kind of didn't even realize how little stuff I was actually gonna have to do here, because I don't have any RGB, I don't have a graphics card, I don't have any like crazy fans or a radiator or water cooler. So I guess when you build PCs without the high-end stuff, it really goes quite quickly. I'm just working on the power supply now, and then I'm gonna start showing you guys the case, although once that comes out, it's gonna be quite difficult for you to see me. Okay, what drives did you buy? I have 3 2TB Seagate Barracuda drives. These two are new. Focus. And then this one is I don't want to say older, but it was in my other computer and I just pulled it out. It has some files on it. I don't know why, for some reason, the form factor on these, if you guys can see, the thickness level is different. I don't know why that is, but anyways, I don't think that's going to make a difference. Okay, so let's actually throw the motherboard in first. I'm going to have to clear some space here, and then we'll put the power supply in. All right, let's check some stats too. 393 current viewers. This is the biggest live stream I've done yet. Appreciate it, guys. And yeah, keep asking away in the chat. I'm just gonna take my time and talk to you guys. 7,200 RPM. Yep, I'm pretty sure they are at least that. What do you prefer, Windows or Apple? Why not SSD? Because I don't need it to be like super fast storage. It's more the longevity of the storage. I just want it. I mean, you could say that an SSD is more reliable, sure, but they are a lot more expensive. And if I want to put, say, 20 terabytes of storage in a server, it's probably not realistic that I'm going to do that with SSDs. I could, but that's just kind of more expensive than I really want to get into here, especially for what I'm using this for. All right, I will sit down in a moment so you guys can see me, but I've got to get this case going. All right, I would love, I'll show you guys the case like this maybe, and then you guys can kind of get an idea of what it looks like on the inside. Let me know if that's a decent view. There you go. See, look at all the look at all the hard drive bays. It has 8 bays. That's why I went with this case. It was kind of expensive, but I think it'll be worth it for sure, and it doesn't actually look that bad. But as I mentioned, no tempered glass or anything like that. Okay, so let's get out all the parts. Oops. Like they're stuck in here. All right, screws, sweet. What are you saying? RAID allows for multiple disk use. Yep, that is correct. What's the name of the case? This is a fractal design something. Let's see if it says here. Fractal design, no, it's not giving me the model. I have it somewhere. Remind me later and maybe I'll get it. Thank you. You guys like the case? I'm glad. Use Arch Linux. Why do you have a computer case you can use little ones? I don't quite understand that. Can you please do a Unity tutorial? Maybe. The chair is comfortable for entire day work. Yeah, the chair's great. I love this chair. All right, time to put this motherboard in. And there we go, I think. Let's make sure that's in. Okay. And another rookie mistake. Didn't put in the motherboard standoffs. That's going to be something that we're definitely going to want. All right, where did I put them now is the question. I had them somewhere. Okay, zip ties are here. And they should be in here. Motherboard standoff, great. See, usually they come with the motherboard standoff. I was wondering why my motherboard was flexing so hard in the case. That would have been interesting. Okay, so these are some rubber thing. Let's see. And a big bag of screws. Yay. Okay. Did you consider trying a Linux distro as your main OS? I have dual boot on my computer with an Ubuntu distribution as well as Windows. I just record on Windows because most of you guys use Windows. I can look at my stats and see what you guys use. And it's usually easier to explain to someone how to do something on Windows. Linux is good. I would use it. Like, I prefer using Linux in a lot of situations, but I find that if you're on Linux, you already kind of know what you're doing. You don't really need me to give you as many tutorials. I don't know like that many beginners that start with Linux. Now, I'm wondering if I just put these in by hand. I had this tool in my other case that like let me screw these in. I'm not seeing it here, but maybe I'll give it a second look. Just in case that is a thing. Yeah, I don't think it comes with one of those. I'm just going to put it in. You're missing IO Shield. The IO Shield's automatically on the thing. Benique donated. Let's see. Donations. Oh, someone donated $2. Thanks for the great videos. Good luck with the PC. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. I did not see that. I apologize. Please let me know if people are donating, as I'm looking on not my streaming computer, so it doesn't like show me all the history. Are you going to transfer the files using a cable? Well, yeah, it's going to be over the network. So what graphics card? No graphics card. What's your preference, Flutter or React Native? I don't really have a preference. I haven't used React Native enough to know. All right, let's get these screws in. There we go. That's better. Now the question is, where do the standoff screws go on a full ATX board? Why don't you use dual channel memory? It's better for Ryzen. That's fine. Maybe I'll buy another 8 gig stick another time. Again, this is not meant to be a performance-based PC. The hardware I have is already overkill for what I'm using it for. It's just really just going to store files. That's literally the goal. I already spent more money than I was hoping to spend, but that's fine. It's just what I needed because I needed a CPU that has integrated graphics, but I don't want an Intel CPU. Okay, let's keep going here. Do you still work at Microsoft? I'm going to be going back next summer, but currently I'm not working there. It was only for 12 weeks in the summer. When I posted that video on my YouTube channel, that was pretty much the end of my internship. Let's see, what else are you guys asking? Tim, choose a bad time to start streaming because we're watching the PS5 event. Oh, oops. Use correct standoffs. Yeah, I'm using the right ones. I think. Maybe. We'll see. Okay. It's helpful. This is labeled. It has A everywhere. Great. Yep. Shows me where to put these. Okay, A, ATX. Great. Alright, standoff. Last one going in. How to make a computer tutorial? This will be the closest thing I do to how to make a computer tutorial. Follow along closely if you want to learn. Okay, one of these standoffs is not screwing in all the way. I think I can probably afford to not put one in, but it's gonna like kind of be sagging in that corner. Oh wait. Aha, this is the tool I was looking for. There is one of these tools in here to screw the standoffs in. Great, that's good to see. All right, if you want some recommendations on RAID or other questions you have about SSD cache mem, I can answer some of them for you. Very important when building a file. For sure, definitely. Great. Well, I don't have any questions off the top of my head, but what RAID configuration would you recommend then, if you know? 900 Canadian dollars or 684 USD. Well, that would be the same thing, no? Why don't you just buy more storage to your current PC? Because it's going to be I just want to have a separate thing, essentially, like a fail-safe, you know? And then that way, say I move my PC somewhere, it's better to have a separate computer for this, and I can have, like, say, 20 terabytes of storage, whereas on my computer, I could put that, but I don't really want spinning hard drives everywhere, the noise, the extra latency, all that stuff. I don't want that on my main computer. I'd rather have a processor handling all of the, I don't know, almost think of this as like a database, right? Why not run a database on your, UI side if you're having a website? Well, it's just better to have it separately, right? Is it necessary to learn about hardware before you're doing? I've built a lot of computers before, so I have a pretty good idea. I've never built a server before, though, so this is kind of a new thing, and there'll be some interesting points when I started getting to the software stuff, because I have no idea what it's supposed to do. What are you doing? You should put it in the description. What are you saying? I want to donate again. I said hi, I think. Use RAID 2. For 3 discs, use RAID 5. Does someone want to describe the difference between RAID 2 and RAID 5? So I know which one to pick. Alright. Okay, standoffs are in. That was a bit of a rookie mistake. Let's put this in now. That's much better. Okay, now it's actually sitting in there properly. For everyone asking about IO Shield, IO Shield is already installed. It's on the actual motherboard. I don't need to put one in. Our deep learning, strong math knowledge. If you want to understand everything, yes, but not just if you want to be able to do it. You don't need to be a master at math to do deep learning. If you want to understand what you're doing, then you should be decent at math. Now, they never label these screw bags, so I never know which one is which. I'm going to assume that these are for the motherboard. I know you guys can't really see those. Let's see. Take care from static electricity, can kill your motherboard. I'm not wearing socks. I am on carpet right now, actually, if you guys can tell. And I'm not wearing socks for that purpose, because I don't want to generate any electric. My feet are actually not touching the ground a lot of times in this chair. Okay. And motherboard is going in. Message deleted. Thank you, moderators. RAID 2 is both discs, basically store the same, used for redundancy. If you want to learn about... Okay, let's see. Have you ever done any game development? Not really, other than the Python stuff I've shown you. Let's see what else you guys are saying. Can't really use RAID 2 with 3 discs. Yeah, if I need to get another disc, that's totally... I can totally do that if that makes more sense for whatever the RAID configuration is. I thought 3 would be enough just because I don't really need more than 6 terabytes of storage, at least right now. But in the future, I'll probably need maybe 10. And then in the way future, if I'm filming stuff in 4K, probably like 20. The great thing with this too is that I can give other access people to the server if I set up with like, VNC and stuff so they can steal files. I have editors actually that I work with, and I just prefer they can probably strip stuff off the server rather than just Google Drive too. If I set it up on the network correctly, obviously. Someone can tell me if that's not right, but that's kind of what I'm thinking of. Such a bad idea, deal with screws on the carpet. Yeah, I'm aware, but I don't really have another option. I've never had a problem with static, though. I think that's, it definitely is an issue, but I don't think it's as big of a problem now with the type of components we have, maybe in the past. Okay, motherboard is almost in. One more screw. Use RAID 5 or RAID 10. RAID 10 is faster than 5, and best choice for file server. ESD is a myth. Tim, where are my 4K videos? I have a 4K camera. It just doesn't do it in 60 FPS. So if you guys are okay watching me in 30, then maybe I'll start posting 4K. But I think it's a little unnecessary to do 4K for what I'm doing right now. But, maybe as the channel continues to grow, we'll move our way up there. Okay, motherboard is in. So I don't need that box anymore. Now I'm going to go power supply. And yeah, I guess we'll just keep moving. This is going a lot faster than I thought it was going to. Nice looking case. Thank you guys. Appreciate it. Let's do some. I forgot. I got to do all the front connectors too. That'll be a later problem when we do a little cable management here. The nice thing about this case too is it has this like sound insulation in it, so it's really perfect for what I'm doing because I'm not going to hear all the spinning hard drives and this like horrible cooler that's on here that I imagine will, well, if it's under load, be fairly loud. Okay, well I might hear it, but it won't be as loud as it otherwise would be. Okay, so fan. This is the power supply. Really, this is a 400 watt power supply. It's an EVGA bronze. It's not anything special. Maybe I should have gotten something better, but whatever, that's fine. Does it have a PCI? Ah, it does. It does have a PCI connector, so I actually can connect a graphics card. Okay. All right, there we go. And let's screw this guy in now. Okay. For some reason it's not fitting quite mesh on here. Quite flush is the word I'm wanting to look for. Let's see. Okay, I think we should be good. All right, let's see. How are you going to send the files? It's just going to be over the network. I have a the internal network will be quick. I also will have I can run a cable to it if I need to, because these won't be like too far apart, and I have cables run all through my house, like for Ethernet jacks and all that kind of stuff. That'll be a later problem though. Once we get this PC set up. How are you going to send files? Yeah, someone was asking that. I'm going to go to sleep. See you later. 2:30 a.m. here. Wow, if you guys are here at 2:30, I guess I gotta say thank you. Where's my power supply screws? Had those somewhere. This is the problem when you have so much stuff. I think I put them here. Perfect. Can you do a neural network tutorial? I already have one. Do you like competitive programming? Yes and no. I like solving programming problems. It's a little bit stressful when you put it in the competitive environment and you're going against guys where that's all they do. So not really a huge into the competitive aspect, but I like that type of programming. I think that's kind of fun. Let's see what you guys are saying. I recommend Samba as FTP on Ubuntu. Sure. Where do you get that shirt, Tim? Link in description. This is a part of the Tech with Tim merchandise. I don't really talk about it very much, but if you guys want like Python related t-shirts and stuff, I have some stuff that I think looks decent. I wear it in most of the videos. You guys probably noticed. It also is pinned in. I actually pinned this exact shirt in the live stream chat. What are you guys saying? What's your favorite part of the Microsoft internship? Favorite part was probably just getting to see how large scale software actually is built, because I've only ever really done stuff in like small teams, or with like, you know, a few other people, or just by myself. Whereas this, I was dealing with a code base that was like, close to 1 million lines of code. So it's interesting to see kind of all the legacy aspects of it, how you maintain that, and just the different side of, software development that I never would have been exposed to otherwise. Okay, power supply is in. I guess all that's left to do now is drives. I have enough SATA cables, and then just all the connectors, which obviously will be the longest part. Let's see what everyone's saying here. You inspired me to code, made YouTube videos. Let's see what everyone is saying here. All right, nothing meaningful to answer. You guys are just chatting among yourselves. Okay, so let me start. Can you guys see this at all? When I tilt this case, I don't know if you can see this or not, but it's too bad if you can't. You know what? Let's take off the back side panel. That would be a good time to do that. And I guess this guy will give you guys an idea of the size of this case. What software? That's a later story. I just figured, I literally bought the parts for this computer about an hour ago. And then I was like, you know what, let's just build this on a live stream. I can chat with you guys. I thought it would be fun. And then I was going to figure out all that software stuff afterwards. Okay. So, lots of fan headers. This is actually a great case. This is I'm impressed by this. I didn't realize it was going to be this good. Okay, let's start uninstalling the stuff I don't need. Don't need this disk drive. Okay, come on. Get out of here. That's stuck up in the top. Yeah, oh, you guys can actually see this pretty well. Okay, awesome. Glad to see. Someone's asking about the checker tutorial series. So I'm doing a checkers tutorial series right now, as you guys know. The AI aspect of that will be out near the end of this month. It is finished, but it's just kind of in the queue. I have some other stuff that I need to do first. Okay. Now, I have a new appreciation for guys that build PCs on the camera, because this is a lot more difficult than it looks to get everything in shot and all this. Okay, there we go. Unscrew that. What processor? This is a Ryzen 5 3400G. Yeah, I think G is the one, because it has a graphics, not card, I guess, but unit in it, or whatever you want to call that, processing unit. Okay, I'm just trying to take out this drive thing here. Also want to work on VS Code like you worked on your internship. How can I get started? Well, it is an open source project, so technically you could go look at some issues in the repository and just put up some pull requests. You'll probably get a lot of feedback, but at least that would be a good way to get started if you want to do that. Thank you so much for the effort in this channel. I don't know where I'd be without the coding journey. I'm butchering that. Well, you're welcome. Can you get a referral at Microsoft to have a good experience? Sorry, I can't just refer a live stream viewer. I don't even know how I would refer someone, to be quite honest with you. That wasn't something that was like mentioned to me. How many people we got watching right now? 375. Oh, so 375 it shows me on my YouTube. On the actual thing it says 393. Awesome. Well, thank you everyone for checking this out. Why will this not come? Come on. How would they expect me to do this? All right. So I have this like drive bay thing I'm trying to pull out, but it's really not being very cooperative. Okay. I think I'm going to have to actually do this. Have you ever considered any hardware stuff, like on the channel? This is as much hardware stuff as I'm gonna do. Look, drive, yay. There we go. That's how we get that out. I did have to take that out. Okay, this was just for like a disk drive, which I don't need. Throw that there, okay. And come on, how do you slide in? Like that. Perfect. All right, this is actually a great case. I'm really loving this case. I didn't even really look at it that much before I bought it, but I'm happy I did. Most of my coworkers use Windows or Linux. I feel like it's risky to answer this question, but a lot of them actually use Mac. A lot of people do use Windows, obviously. Some people use Linux, but like most of them actually were using Mac, which is funny. Okay, come on. Screw, go in. All right, there we go. Hi, Tim. Love your tutorials. Keep up the grind. Appreciate it. How many SATA slots? My motherboard has 6 SATA slots. I believe I can get like an expansion card or something in the future, but that's why I went with just a little bit of a higher end motherboard, just to avoid that extra cost for some adapter. I don't know what that would be, but I figured if it has 6 slots, that's better than 4, which a lot of the other ones did. Why not use a round Mac? So I don't have a server rack, or I do, but I won't if I move this somewhere else, which I probably will. So I didn't want to go with a rack-mounted server thing. I also just kind of had this idea today, and I was like, let's just live stream. I have time. And I just went out and literally bought these parts right before I did this. So it was a pretty like spur-of-the-moment decision, but I have a general idea what I'm doing, so I think we should be good. Okay, so this is not what I want. Let's pull this through. I want to show you guys the cable management. I will after, but I do need to have it turned this way for right now. Okay, this is CPU. Can go there. And SATA. Great. These are going to have to go over here. Okay. I don't know why they make these cables these colors. It doesn't make any sense to me. Just keep them like a black color. They just look so bad, all these multi-colors. Okay. What OS will you install? Which specific flavor? Am I pulling the wrong thing? Yeah, I am. I don't know. I'm gonna do some kind of Linux OS probably. I don't know which Linux operating system. If you guys have recommendations for which one's good for a server, do let me know. But it will likely be Linux. Although I could get Windows Server OS, and I can actually get a licensed copy of that fairly cheap because I worked at Microsoft. Okay. So let's start getting some of this stuff done. I need to have some water though first. Yeah, they look trash, I agree. Let's see, have I missed anything in the chat here? No, that seems too important. Sam, do you think calculus is hard? Yeah, I'd say objectively it's probably difficult. I didn't have a ton of trouble with it, but someone's saying Mint, Ubuntu server is great, send. Well, none of you guys are being consistent. I need to know which one to do. They put that color because easy to know which is which. That's true. I guess if you have black, what is that, ground? Red, what's that, like the negative or something? I don't know. What chair do you have? A DXR Racer. I don't know the model. Just a reminder not to repeat your questions too often. Tim won't be able to see all of them. True. Show us your hard drive. I think I already did, but here's Seagate Barracuda hard drive. How hard is computer science? 1 to 10. Let's put it a 7.5. What will be upcoming videos on? Sure, that's a good question. I believe I have a video on like balancing school and like time management. A lot of you guys have been asking me about that. I have a video on, what else do I have? I have an AI for the checkers thing. That'll actually be pretty interesting. It's gonna be a mini-max algorithm, really applicable to game AI. I have a video where I'm gonna be doing a database project with MongoDB. I'm planning on doing a, what do you call it, social media site. I want to do another live stream. I got a lot of stuff in the works, but that's kind of like the basic. I have a Python speed course coming out, all kinds of stuff. Add more things to AI. Do you play games? Yeah, I do play video games. Right now, I'm actually a full-time student, so I'm no longer working. I like playing. I recently started playing Warzone. That's a pretty fun game. You guys can see the PC behind me. It has some pretty crazy hardware in it, so I like to play games once in a while just to be like, yes, I can do this. I can run 4K at 60 FPS, or I can do 2K at 144. Are you running dual PC system or one PC, 2 monitors? So this keyboard here, good question, really good question, observant guy. This keyboard is actually for my Mac. It seems like really overkill. I have it here for the sole purpose of not having to reach here, because I have this monitor here that actually runs, what do you call it? It's a second monitor for this Mac. So I have like my recording software for my audio because it's all XLR input, which is from this, like, I don't know if you guys can see that interface there. So I have a monitor here that runs all my audio, and then this keyboard and this mouse here are for this monitor so that I don't actually have to look at this Mac screen. I can close it if I want. And it's just easier. I don't have to reach over if I'm like working on this machine. So I just tap over, press the R button or whatever it may be. You should try Rainbow Six Siege. I've played CSGO. I've played a few other things. Gaming with Tim. Yeah, you're probably not going to see that on this YouTube channel. Maybe a Twitch. I'll start streaming. My PC can handle it, I guess. Okay. It's time to do some more cable management. Can you guys see this at all? Let's see if I can like angle. No, that's going to be really hard for me to work on if I angle it like this. Okay, so fans. I don't need a fan splitter. Oh, this is a fan cable. You know what I can do? I can install the front intake fans. Right now there's only one. I'm going to install 2 more, but they're not going to match this color scheme, but that's fine. Okay. So let's do that. You guys can have a good, nice look at these these cables while I try to take this front panel off. All right. So realistically, how would this come off? Oh, there you go. Just pops off. Okay, let's take that out. How often do you go fishing? Like a few times a summer. Pretty into fishing though. Okay. Oh, look at this. I didn't even know this case did this. Can you guys see this swinging door? Here, let's show it. There's like a like a front like thing. That's kind of cool. I didn't know that. I guess it's for the disk drives up top. Interesting. Okay. Pull this off. They do not make these things easy. Oh, Jesus. Okay. I always feel like I'm going to break it when that happens. All right. Now, how will I install this fan? And please tell me it fits a 120 millimeter fan. Oh, it does. Great. Okay, so the fan in here is 140 millimeter. I actually might have an 140 millimeter fan. No, I don't think I do. I think I only have this one. So these are both 140 mil fans in here. I didn't realize that. So I guess we'll throw a 120 at the bottom. Okay, and to install that, I'm going to have to take the hard drive bays out. Well, I'm going to be here longer than I expected. I'm just going slow. Hope you guys aren't in any rush to see this finished, but it will be on YouTube afterwards. Again, just we're doing this to kind of chat, hang out. What's your CGPA? I feel like I'm just bragging when I say it, but my current CGPA is 9.3. Decent power supply. Do you have decent power supply to hardware components? Yeah, I have a 400 watt power supply. I don't think I need anything more than that for what I'm doing. Gaming on Timeout with Tim? Maybe. Honestly, Timeout with Tim, the name would permit me being able to game on it. Although Tech with Tim, I guess technically I could game on it, but it's not really something that I'm going to do. It's just kind of far away from what the main channel is. Are you kidding me? I'm going to have to unscrew this from the bottom too? They really don't make this easy to put these things in. Okay, well, and now time to take even more things out of this case. Okay, let's flip this over without squashing the cables. I think I can just do it like this. That should be fine. Okay. Okay, bye, Tim. I'll be sure to watch the rest soon. Great. See you later. Thanks for coming. Can you make a tutorial about algorithms? That's really general. There's a lot of algorithms. Yes, go join the official Tech with Tim Discord server. If you guys want to be entered into competitions, you want to win some money, you want to chat with people. Sorry, just came. What are you doing? Well, you can read the title. I'm building a server. And this is working pretty well. I'm impressed. I'm very impressed. The camera, I'm waiting for it to shut off. When it shuts off, everyone starts screaming at me in the live stream because I feel like that will potentially happen. But yeah, okay. Other hard drive thing is out now. Time to put the fan in. Great. So let's keep the logos the right way. Perfect. Okay, now we need some screws for the fan. That's the only thing I don't have. Okay, one sec. I gotta get some screws. I just gotta walk around here. All right, I'm back. Will you save this on the channel? Yep. Okay, look at this thing. Like, this is what I really appreciate when they give, like, these kind of things in the PC cases. This is for my other PC case. How much easier is it to get screws out of this little 20-cent plastic thing? But yet, they just don't do that. I don't get why. Okay. 3 and 4. Sweet. Don't need that anymore. I am back. This chair looks comfy. It is very comfortable. It also reclines all the way back, and it has like the rocking mode in it, so I can like do that. Great chair. I love this chair. Okay, screw 1 and screw 2. Oh no. Is this right? No, wrong hole. that's better. The mic is behind him. I actually have a mic right here that you guys, it's like close enough that here, if I do this, you should be able to see it. Yeah, it's like a little boom mic. Okay. That's what she said. Yeah, great. I figured you guys were going to laugh about that. Okay. There's, oh my god. I can't even read this chat. I'm going to get demonetized. This is the issue I have. I always just automatically start reading the chat, just assuming that whatever I read is going to be fine, and then I get like halfway through the sentence and it's something like what's popping up right now. Okay. How big are the files you plan to store? They're like a few gigabytes each. Like if I store like a video file that's like 10 minutes, is like 2 or 3 gigabytes for me. Audio files obviously don't use that much, but it's just like good to have them all in one place. And, you know, I can justify building this, just business expense I put on my YouTube channel, you know. So. Alright, fan is almost installed. Then we can get the hard drives in. And then we can start doing some cable management and we'll boot it up. Great. Okay. Let's close the front off here. Oh, fan wire. I gotta pull you through. Ah, that's something I didn't consider. Let's hope this fan wire is gonna be long enough to run the way that I put this fan in. Oh yeah, we'll be good. Sweet. Alright, back up we go. Now to remember, did I put the big rack in first? I think so. Yes, and it goes. No, this one goes in first. Opinions on RTX 3000? I think it's going to be a lot more expensive than people think it is. That's my opinion on it. I think it's great value. I think it's awesome. I want one, even though I have a Titan. But like I wouldn't mind getting the 3090, but that's like I think that's gonna go in Canada for like probably the same price as my Titan, and I don't need to spend that much money. Tim, I will start coding YouTube channel. I will make a video with you. Hey, maybe one day. How can you afford college? Yeah, I mean, you can go watch, I have a video talking about my earnings and all that stuff from YouTube if you want to see how, all that. Can you use USB port? Can you use 3G router? I have no idea what that is. How many computers, phone, laptops do you have in your house? Oh my god, how many computers, phones, I can't even count. I have 2 laptops. I have the Mac Pro that I'm using. I actually have a Mac Air upstairs. I used to have a Linux machine, and then I sold it to one of my friends because I never used it. But I don't really need laptops. Phone, I have my iPhone. You can tell what one it is. Just look at the cameras. All that fun stuff. Let's see. Stay at Tim Live. What are you guys all saying here? You're a beast, dude. Appreciate a shout out. Man, I'm gonna butcher your name. Kush Arga with the smiley face thing. Is that how you say it? Probably not. Why don't you use cloud storage instead? I don't like cloud storage. I also like building computers. You know, there is an aspect of like, this is fun. Like I want to build this. I want to have another PC, you know, and I can use this for something else in the future too, right? Like it is just a one-time cost, whereas the cloud server, if I'm running that for a few years and I keep getting more and more stuff on it, or, you know, something happens or it crashes or whatever, obviously, you know, their servers are probably much, much safer than mine would be, but yeah, hopefully you get the point with that. Okay, it's a little wobbly, making me a bit nervous, but that should be fine. Okay, I think I've installed this correctly. Let me start putting in the drives. I guess I'm just gonna start filling them at the bottom. I don't see any reason to spread them out. So let's just start putting these guys in. The mods are fighting. Mods, come on. You're supposed to be a role model here. All right. So that's what these things are. So if you look at the back of this, it's kind of weird the way that they have the holes set up. Like I thought it was going to be a larger bay, like the full size ones, but I actually have to put it on the bottom. So I have all these rubber stops here. So I guess that's what that's for. Let me move this over a bit. You guys can actually see something. Kind of, maybe. All right, there we go. That's better. Okay, so let's just start installing in these drive bays. Something's on the foot of this. There we go. Great. Okay. Move that over. Okay, that goes there. Trying to figure out how to line these up. Having trouble. I think it's more like that. How far out? It would have to be at least that, I guess. Okay, there we go. Can you make a series on Q learning? I might do that, actually. I was thinking about making something on Q learning. No promises, but I might. Looks like Mickey Mouse stream would be great. Would you guys watch me game? Really? You would find that interesting? I'm not that good at video games. Okay, so let's put these dang rubber things in. It's going to be annoying. Okay, there's one. There's two. If you want to see what I'm doing, I'm adding like the rubber stops in here. I think the camera's focused on that. Yeah, I think you can see that in this thing here. I don't really know where they go, to be honest, but let's see. That looks about right. Maybe that's better. How far back are they going to stick is the question. Let's see. Oh, okay, perfect. Great, so I can put them not where I have them. Okay, let's move over there. Minecraft is easy. Everyone is good at it. No, I know, like, I'm not talking about Minecraft. I'm just talking about gaming in general. What time is in your country? Right now it's 5:30. Oh, we've been going for almost an hour. Yeah, this is going to be longer than I thought. I'm just talking too much. Dang it. I put it in the wrong one again. See, almost made the mistake and said that joke that you guys kept talking about, but the cam loves to focus on the case. Is it still? Focus on me. Come on. Is it working? Let's move it over. Yeah, I have autofocus on, obviously. I mean, I can't really control the focus manually where I am right now. So hopefully it works, but if it doesn't, not much I can do. All right, so I think these screws... that's why. Those go in at the bottom. Okay. I think these are the ones for the bay. There we go. Found them. Your hands are shaking like crazy. That's just because I'm using a screwdriver. There you go. Screws. Show you guys everything. Need to install these ones. Is this your third PC? This is my second PC that I have here. I've built a bunch of other ones, but then I've sold them as I move on to another one, to new ones. But this will be, yeah, 2 active PCs. TypeScript React tutorial, maybe. Someone is spamming. Message deleted. Let's just remove this guy from the chat. You guys are too nice, mods. Can I do... Oh, I can't do that from here. Maybe I can do it here. Let's see. Oh, it doesn't even show it on my thing. Yeah, the chat isn't working on this computer. Okay, that's fine. All right, hard drive 1 installed in the cage. Let's do the rest of them. Now I know where these go. Why do you have holes for headset cables in your server? Oh, it just came with them. Assembly language tutorial? No, I'm not gonna do that. There are a lot of reasons to have your own system, but costs for owned equipment are more than just one-off purchase charge, and the risk of data loss should always be considered. It's always fun building a PC. Yeah, exactly. think that's where that one was. Yep. Great. All right, number 2. Where are the screws? They're there. Do servers lower your internet speed? Not if they're not connected to the internet. Or if they're not, I guess, using any internet bandwidth, which this one probably won't be. Do a collab with Kale, Halden, and Techlead. Sure, go comment on their channel. Ask them if they want to do one. Are you going to be doing another internship? Yes, I will likely. Well, I've signed already that I'm going to be doing another one at Microsoft. So hopefully in person this time. We'll see. Obviously, that's going to be dependent on all the stuff happening right now. But it looks like, fingers crossed, I will be there in person. Now, I will note that if I go there in person, I will not be bringing all this PC stuff with me. That's just going to be way too much to set up. So there probably will be like less videos when I go. But it's only 12 weeks, so how much did this setup cost? If you're talking about the entire setup, ask, but this specific computer is just about $900 Canadian. So really, it's not that bad if you think about it. And this is more expensive than I need to spend on this. I just figured let's get it so it's sustainable for the future and I don't have to buy any more parts again. Do you play the lottery? No. Why choose U Ottawa over U Waterloo? I'd like to have a life when I'm in school, and I really don't need a U Waterloo degree, if that makes any sense. Are you a senior? I'm 20 years old. I thought that was kind of common knowledge. Maybe not. All right, how long have we been going for on this stream? Does it say? No, I think I just have to look at the time to figure it out. Yeah, so about an hour. Okay, and drive 3 is done. All right, let's put these guys in here. This guy will go up there. Okay, I think that's in. I'll show you guys this in a second. Let me just get it all set up. And there we go. All right. So now 3 hard drives. I think you can see them there, kind of. Yeah, you get the point. I do need to actually flip this upside down, though. It makes me a little nervous while I screw these things in. Okay. Let's put that down carefully. Good. So there's some screws here for the hard drive bays that I just need to put in. Tim, have you made your own neural network? Yes, I've done that in a bunch of videos. But not like coded from scratch, if that's what you're asking. No, I haven't done that. I just also saw there's room for an intake fan at the bottom, which I'm actually going to install as well, because I have another fan. So that will actually be good to do. Get a little more airflow in here, because there's only going to be 2 intake fans. And there's going to be that crappy CPU cooler that you guys saw. This case is not ideal for PC temperature, since if you notice it is blocked from top, heat rises. So I'm going to heat intake from the left and blowing it out with the outtake from the right. Yeah, there is an outtake fan. I'm going to have another intake fan. And I can install a fan at the top if I want, which I might do because I actually have more fans. I have to find them, though, because they're hiding from me somewhere. Okay, so that's it. Let's put that other fan in while I have access to this side. Where did I put it? Here it is. Another fan. That's going to go that way up, I guess. Okay. Let's see if I can use the monitor to put this in. Nope, that's not going to be any good. Okay. These guys go like that. Will this fit? Perfect. That can run in here. And yeah, now this is going to be annoying. I guess we'll have to do it this way. Trying not to squish all my cables. Alright, that's fine. That'll be alright. And I need more fan screws. Good job, I didn't put that away. Alright, where are you from? I am from Israel. I am from Toronto area, generally speaking. Tim, how come you don't use C#? I just don't have a need to use C#. I used it when I was like really young, when I was learning how to program, but now I just don't need to use it. If I needed to use it, I would, but just don't really have any desire to or need to. Why does it matter to you if he's paying for school himself? Asking someone how they spend their money is rude. It's fine. I can see how it might come across that way, but I don't mind. Do you plan to get a 9-to-5 job when you graduate? I'm going to refrain from answering that question. I don't really know is the answer to that, to be honest. I have, a choice to do what I want to do there, but we'll see. Get Marquise Brown on your show. You think he would come on my show with only 400k subs? Maybe I could convince him because I'm young enough. We'll see. But I would love to have him on. He seems like a great guy. I watch a fair amount of his videos. I just want to thank you for making clean videos that are actually helpful. Other people don't explain well enough or use bad language. Thank you so much. No problem. Thank you for giving me the thank you. Okay, now I can put the dust filter back in. Don't hit the HDMI. That could end the stream. Please don't do that, okay? And there we go. Awesome. So now, I don't think there's anything else to do other than start managing some cables and then running all the other stuff. Okay. Grab a quick sip of water here. Let's see what everyone's saying. Slow mode. Yeah, that's a good idea. How do I put slow mode on? Don't know how to do that. You know what? We got the mods. You guys can deal with it. How much do you study / work in a week? A lot. I don't know. Maybe like 70 hours, 80 hours. Like, obviously both combined. How many is that a day, actually? That's a lot. That's probably a lie. I probably do, but maybe 10 to 12 a day. But some, like, those are like, I'm taking breaks in between. I'm not just like going as hard as possible all day. That would be unsustainable. But I don't feel burnt out or anything. I feel pretty healthy. I always want to make sure I'm, not well rested. I'm not tired. I really can't get a good angle to do this for you guys. Hopefully you're fine just the way it is. I don't think many of you really care to watch all the PC stuff. I think it's more about just chatting. Okay, you know what? Maybe it'll be easier to see it like that. Okay. And we got some fan hubs here. Actually, I should probably start running these fans. Yeah, that would be a good idea. Okay, you can go below into that. Dude, make a server using a 3G router. I don't know what you're talking about. I have tutorials on Raspberry Pi. What OS? Linux. I don't know exactly what distribution, so I can't give you more answers there. But it will be Linux. Okay, so that can go through there. Yeah, this is a great case. This is highly recommend. I should tell you guys the model. Let me actually grab that. One sec. All right, this is a Fractal Design Divine, R5. $2. Congrats on finishing the PC. Thanks, Banik. I don't know how you say that, but it's not done yet. But appreciate it anyways. Still got to run all these wires. Got to turn it on, but it will be done pretty soon. Okay, so that would be the CPU. Come on, get in there. Really? How difficult are they gonna make this to do? Is my motherboard blocking something? No. Should be able to just... Let's try to do one 4-pin at a time. There we go. said, express your feelings on all the programming languages you know. What's your IQ? I don't know. Maybe we'll do that later. I want to finish a little bit of stuff here before I focus too heavily on the chat. But look, we have enough where I can actually use a graphics card. I don't think you guys can see this, but I have an 8-pin and a 6-pin. So that's actually good to know. I'm going to tuck that back here. Cable tie, let's run that. So this could actually be like a low-end gaming machine at some point. And honestly, pretty affordable. Just throw a GPU in this. Obviously, don't buy all the drives, which cost a good amount of money. It's like $75 a drive, Canadian. And yeah, you'd be good to go. Fortunately, I don't have side cutters. I got to use scissors. It kind of sucks, but it's fine. Can make do with it. I'm interesting. Do you guys know? Would you recommend having like an SSD boot drive? Because I could probably do that because I have a bunch of SSDs in my other system, and I could rip one out because I won't need it as much anymore because I'm gonna have this file storage. Let me know if you would think that would be a good idea to have an SSD boot driver, if it wouldn't really make like a huge difference, especially if I'm not going to be actively using the machine. It's just going to be kind of idly sitting there. Be interesting to know. Do you think it's good, or would you prefer being in Silicon Valley or Seattle rather than being in Toronto? Honestly, right now I would prefer to live in Canada just based on all the stuff that you guys are dealing with over there in the States. But that doesn't mean that I wouldn't want to live there at some point, because I do like Seattle from when I've been there. I think Silicon Valley's cool. Like, it'd be neat to live there. But Canada's nice. No complaints with Toronto. And I don't really live like right in the city. I'm not a big city guy anyways. Like, I can do it, but it's not, I don't really care to live in the city. So I'm not, fussed about that. Okay. Cables. SATA. Run over there. No, can't go up there. I will show you guys what I'm doing in a minute. Just want to get a little bit done because I need to focus here. But if it's just, let's see. It'll help with boot times while the PC is running. It probably won't make that much of a difference for your goal if it's just laying in the dust. Yeah, that's what I figured. Could you make a tutorial on Raspberry Pi? I've made one. Is he building a Tech with Tim Minecraft server? Okay, if I get, I don't know, how can I even do this? If 100 people in the chat say they want a Tech with Tim Minecraft server, I will boot one up. Maybe not like today, but I will boot one up at some point. I've actually really wanted to have a Tech with Tim Minecraft server. I think that would be kind of cool. But let me know, because if you want one, I would be down to make one. I probably won't host it on my network, but I will. I'll pay for hosting for you guys if you want that. And I would hop on there like every now and then and play around. But I need a lot of people to tell me they want one because I'm not going to make it for just a really small amount of people. Yes, yes, no, please, yes, yes, yes. Watch tomorrow. That's going to be what I'm doing, making a Minecraft server. Keep just get if you guys want one, let me know. What type of server would you want it to be is the big question. Like, I'm a fan of factions. I really like factions, but I don't know what you guys would want on the Tech with. Like, you want a creative server? You want a redstone server? What makes sense? What do you think? Let me know. Is there no SATA on this? Ah, dang, it's only Molex. Okay, I don't even want that then. So I only... So, also, if anyone knows, how do you go Molex to SATA? Is that possible? Let me know, because that's going to be important to know. This is going to have to run somewhere else. So yeah, question, what type of Minecraft server and Molex to SATA, is that a thing? I'm going to assume that's probably a thing, but let me know if Molex to SATA is a thing and what type of Minecraft server you would want. Redstone World, you could program, vanilla. No, I couldn't do vanilla. Skyblock, factions, Skyblock, Hunger Games. Ah, Ripper, $4 from Ripper. Appreciate it, buddy. Thank you, Ripper. Go plug your Twitch, David. That's my friend giving a donation there. Go follow him on Twitch. He's a Rocket League streamer. Okay, let's get this connected now. I really hate these cables. These yellow and red and oh, so bad. Okay, another SATA. Another SATA. If you're living in Toronto, it mean when you on campus class resume, you're gonna stop making videos? No, I've made videos when I was when I was on campus classes, and I also am gonna try to just do it online. It's a lot easier for me to do stuff online. Okay. Making good progress. We've almost wired up. Just need to wire up the SATA cables and some of these fan cables. And then we're gonna be pretty much good to go. I might need to look for another fan splitter. There should be enough headers, but it's just a question of can I fit the header? Like can I get to it? Oh no, there's another one here. Yes, let's go. So this splitter, I thought it was just 2. It's actually 3. I'll give you guys an update in 1 sec once this last thing is managed. And you guys can give me your thoughts. Okay, so let's run that there. Okay. So obviously, still got stuff to do. I have to take this one and run it over there more. These yellows really suck. And I have to, take this cable and like tie it up. But generally, I think that's pretty good. Let's see. Thanks for the good content on your channel. No problem. I just started my homework. Wait, so why the red and ketchup? I didn't know this came with these cables. And to be honest, you're not even going to see it on the front. It's just going to be on the back. So it's not really a big deal at all. But obviously I didn't want the ketchup mustard cables. That was not in the plan. Okay, time to start connecting some things to this motherboard. Front panel connectors are going to have to go in. Maybe I'll lay it vertically for you guys after I get this big one in. Come on. These things are not easy to get in. Okay. There we go. You know what? Let's just finish this. I gotta do these anyways. What's the GPU? No GPU. It's just a server. I don't need GPU. It has a built-in graphics unit on the processor, which is why I got this one. Why does this video have 8 dislikes? Yeah, if you guys are here right now and you're still watching, go like the video. Come on, help me out. There should be at least 300 likes on this. How many likes? 404. Come on, we have some more likes than that. Okay, let's start tying some of this stuff up. Gave you a like. Yes, thank you. 443. 442 on my end. Maybe it's desync. Okay, good. Come on, guys. Keep liking it if you're here. I want to know, is the salary higher in the US or Canada? Salary is much higher in the US. Like, significantly higher. Almost close to double as much. Which is kind of crazy if you think about it. But that's what it is. Canadian dollar just sucks. It also, I guess... Honestly, though, it's pretty expensive to live in Toronto compared, like in the States, yeah, it's really expensive too. But if you guys heard how much it was to live in some places in Toronto, I think you'd probably be surprised if you don't already know, of course, how expensive it really is. It's I think it's one of the more expensive cities, or it probably is the most expensive city in Canada. Maybe Vancouver is close. Let's see. What's everyone else saying here? Maybe we can get 1K likes. Well, not with the amount of people we have in here right now, but at some point, sure. Hello, do you have any idea how much hosting a Discord bot with 100 servers about 10K users would cost. Dude, I have no idea. I have no idea. Sorry. If it's not something that I've done, I just probably can't tell you. Okay, well, cables are looking pretty good, to be honest. I want to wrap this last one in here. Now we just need SATA cables, and then the wiring will almost be done. Okay, so where's my SATA ports? Here at the back. Okay, let's run you there. Maybe we'll run up, actually. Yeah. Can you pronounce my name? Rishab? Maybe? He seems pretty stressed. I'm not stressed. It is difficult to talk the entire time and not bore you guys while building a computer. Are you going to do a TypeScript tutorial? Maybe. Who? Tim's building a server? Yep. Have you tried using Super SATA Live? I don't know what that is. What are you building this for? Just a file server, just to store files. I have a lot of YouTube videos I need to store. Okay. SATA cables are good. Let's run those up here. There's 1, 2, and 3. Trying to find some interesting questions to answer here. Important question. Well, you put it as important, so I must read it. Is Flutter/Dart a replacement for JavaScript? No, it is not. Flutter and Dart are pretty specific to what they do, which is Dart is really only used in Flutter from what I know at least. Okay, now we gotta start wiring this. Okay, these things are not connecting. Okay, I need a light. This is too hard to do. Why build a PC and not use a NAS unit? Because I couldn't live stream myself building a NAS unit because that wouldn't be very much fun. So I figured I'd build a PC. Part of this is also just like I wanted to do a live stream. So I was like, what can I do that I need to do, which is build this file server that I can live stream that would be somewhat interesting and related to technology. And here we go. I actually don't think these cables are going to look that bad. Nah, maybe I'm wrong. When they're just on the front side. If I can get this, what is this, 24 pin, if I can get this in. It's not being easy. Okay. Well, it would help if I put it the correct way. Yeah. Oh, there you go. That's better. Okay. So we still got all front I/O and SATA, and then we're done. Okay, 1 SATA. Come on. 2 SATA and 3 SATA. Great. Okay. Let's see. Lots of Discord messages. What are you guys saying here? Someone is messaging me while watching the stream on Discord. 280. You guys have dropped off. Only the real fans are here. No, I'm just kidding. Let's see what people are saying. So the chat is frozen on my other thing for some reason. Nice, I'll watch it later. Can you code in MIPS? No. All right, nothing interesting to respond to in the chat. If you guys have any specific questions, feel free to ask them, but they have to be like something that I'll actually want to answer, you know? You guys asked some interesting questions. Okay. Good. Can you guys see that? It looks pretty. I mean, it's hard just because all these yellow, but it actually is very managed right now. Although it doesn't even matter because I'm not even going to see any of this. But what did I need to do? I need to pull these SATA cables. That's what I need to do. Okay. Awesome. Sweet. All right, front IO. Let's see. Can you guys see that? How's that look? Not too bad, eh? Can't even really see many cables at all. Let's go down. And let's fix these SATA cables. Oh, that would be the microphone. Let's fix that. Can you guys see that in the shot now? No, we're good. Okay. What would you do besides programming? That's a good question. I would, I'm interested in like space, you know, like aerospace technology, like rockets, like that would be interesting to me. I would, I don't know, not be like an astronaut, but maybe like design rockets or something. Like I feel like that would be cool. Like, you know, I don't want to be like the cliche like rocket scientist, but that would be interesting. I would definitely like consider something like that. That's honestly the only other thing I could really think I would want to do other than programming. Would be like something with like space. Okay, there we go. Now those SATA cables are run nicely. All right, front IO. Can I contact you personally? You can try, but I get contacted personally many times a day. Is there any interesting way to incorporate database into machine learning and AI? Well, an interesting thing is what Google and all these huge cloud server companies do. They use AI to actually cool their databases. So it's interesting, but like they'll change how fast what the AC level is at based on like determining what the peak load is going to be at a certain time. And they actually can save like 20 or 30% of their cost by using an AI to like regulate the temperatures of their data center, which is kind of interesting. Let's see. I love space technologies as well. Yeah, that'd be cool. You could work at SpaceX. Yeah, exactly. Even like as a programmer, like that would be so cool. Like working at SpaceX would be I mean, I heard they work pretty hard. Like I don't know if I'd be able to do this YouTube channel if I worked there, but that would be interesting. Let's see what everyone else is saying. Will you ever do Python packages? Your phone's light is on. Aha, thank you guys. Battery was going to be gone out of that pretty quickly. Do you have a car? Kind of. I'm living at my parents' house currently, so we have 3 cars between 4 people, so if I ever need to drive something, I do, but it's not like I don't own the car. Like I haven't bought the car, if that's what you're asking. Okay, USB 3.0. You are where on this motherboard? I'm gonna have to rerun that cable. Okay, those are all the HD audio. I think that, another fan cable I had to run. Forgot about this. Okay, at least I haven't really zip tied anything yet, so that's good. All right, we're getting to the home stretch here, guys. What are your thoughts on Code Wars? I've kind of heard about it, but I've never used it before, so I don't really have any opinions on it. Just trying to find a fan header on this board. Let's see. And this board has 2 M.2 slots. I didn't even know that. Let's see. Tell me you have another fan header. Come on. Where would a fan header be? Oh, there you go. 2 fan headers at the bottom. I'm going to run some fan thing there. All right. Okay, fan cable. That's gonna be a problem. Let's get that under. Yeah, that's not gonna work like that. Okay, I guess we're gonna have to run down. Just have to hide it. I could remount the fan. No, that's fine. We can have one loose cable. That's really annoying though, that that has to be visible. So I'm having this problem right now. I have this fan, but the cable for it is just so short, and they mounted it in a way where it doesn't give me enough length to run it where I want it to. So I might remount it to be able to actually manage it properly. And now it's stuck in this thing here. I can't even get it out. There we go. Okay. Let's see. Where's another fan header? Oh, there's one right there. Okay, does anyone know if there's any problem with plugging this into an AIO pump fan? I have like a, if correct, also fan pins on the top side of motherboard. There isn't actually any on this. There's some fan pins, but they all say like CPU pump and all this stuff. Someone, if you could put in the chat, is it okay to plug a regular fan into like a pump fan header? Oh wait, that's weird. Those are 5-pin. Oh, jeez. Okay, let's look for this. There's another one there. CPU fan. I suppose I could put the exhaust fan on a CPU fan header. And then there's 2 at the bottom. Okay, let's try to figure this out. Let's see what you guys are saying. No, it's not good to do that. Okay. Unless you're responding to the Discord plug. Okay, anyways, I need to remount this fan, but if someone could tell me that would be great. I did it for one of my fans. Okay, well, if your computer's still functioning, then I'm gonna say that's okay. Look at this. No issues with the stream yet, eh? Everything still looks good, sounds good. Surprised. To give you guys some, for any of you interested in how this is actually working, I have this camera, obviously, and it's hooked up to a monitor with an HDMI port. So I have a monitor, like I'm looking at the monitor right now, if you see me continually looking there. And then the monitor has an HDMI pass-through, and that pass-through actually runs like all the way around the back of my desk to my computer that has a capture card in it. And then we're connected to OBS, and OBS is streaming that. Just bought the merch today. That's what I like to hear. Well, let me know when it comes in. You tag me on Instagram or something when it comes in, and I'll put you on my story. Okay, let's run this through here. Instead of Discord Nitro. Ooh. All right, I think that will be long enough. Let's see. To get there. Oh, that's such a reach. I know you guys can't see right now, but I'm just trying to find how I can wire this exhaust fan out. I might have to use these. Where is that even going to? Fan controller or something? Maybe there's a fan controller in here somewhere. Ah, I think there is. I don't even know. These fans are annoying. Let's see. Maybe there's a better way to do this. Pretty sure I have a fan splitter. Okay, I'm actually, well, I'm still here, but I'm going to be searching for a fan splitter for a minute. I have like a big box of stuff under my desk. Let's move that. Yeah, so for anyone not aware, current problem I have is I have a fan wire that's just not long enough to hit the pin without being wired, like, hidden, right? Without being hidden, essentially. So I'm just trying to see if I have, like, some kind of extension for that. Because I remember I used to have one, but I just don't know where it is. Ooh, and who can guess how old this hard drive is? Oh my god, I think this is like 10 plus years old. Come on. Fan splitter, be in here somewhere. Oh, PCI riser, that's great. So much stuff in this box. I have a router, that's great. I don't even know if you guys can see that, but I have a router. Ah, would you look at this? I have a Intel Core i5. It actually doesn't have that in it. It has an Intel Celeron inside of it. Maybe I could have used this processor. Oh, I didn't even remember I have that. Great. So many people left. 261. You guys are troopers just watching me search through stuff. I have, what is this? A little network card. I don't even need that for this. This has Ethernet on it already. Okay. Come on. Have one of these things. All right, so I have another 140 millimeter fan. Actually, is that bigger? No, it's not. It's just 140. Is this cable longer? No, it's not. Let's see. What other fans do I have in here? Okay, I have more of these fans. Jeez. Tell me that the extension is in here. It's not. I'm just pulling out random stuff. Look at iPhone. Who knows what iPhone this is? I don't even remember what one this is. Maybe I could sell that. Who knows? What is everyone saying in here? Is that even gigabit? I have no idea. This is just all old tech stuff I have, and I thought I had a extension in here, but I might just have to bite the bullet and not use it. No, sorry, use the fan, but wire it the annoying way. We'll see, though. I'm going to keep looking, because this would be a big deal if I find this. Okay, I'm giving up on the search. The processor can go away. This can go away. I'm actually going to leave this iPhone. Maybe someone wants that. And what else do I have in here? I think that's it. Okay. Did I pull any other stuff? No. That's it. All right. Looks like we're going to wire it the annoying way. I'm gonna make pasta. After 10 minutes, I forgot to buy pasta. Yeah. I mean, I didn't realize that this was gonna happen. I just thought it would be long enough. Oh, I found a way to do it. We're good. I probably should have just looked a little harder before I spent that time looking for that thing, but I think I found a way. It'll just barely reach if I'm correct. What are we looking at here? So we're almost at an hour, or we're a little past an hour and a half. I'll try to wrap this up at like the 2-hour mark, but I mean, I'm in no rush. Okay. What you gonna stream next? I have no idea. What do you guys want to see me stream? Doing computer science homework? No. I don't have that many other things to stream unless I do like a live coding thing. Or if you guys want to watch gaming, I suppose I could stream when I game, but like I don't do that very often. Join the official TWT Discord server. Have I looked at the submission to the Code Jam? I've not looked at them yet because I'm going to look at them as like a first glance in a YouTube video I do. I'm actually probably going to film that soon. But I will have the winners announced for you guys in probably a week. I got to talk to my Discord staff about that. But for anyone wondering, we're running a Code Jam right now in the Discord server. It's kind of like a hack. Well, I don't want to call it a hackathon, but it's like a long form of that. You have like a month to work on a project. You can be in a team. I think it's up to 4 people we set. One of my mods will describe it in there. But that's like the idea. And if you win, you're actually going to get real cash prizes. Now, I'm not going to tell you what they are yet because I want you to enter not because you want to win money, but you will actually get money if you are one of the winners. So if you're in the first 3 teams, I will give you money. Somehow. We'll figure out how I'm going to give that to you. All right. So I'm able to run it now. I found a thing to do it with. Sweet. And chassis fan 2, you're being plugged in. Awesome. Okay. All right, what else did I need to do? Front connectors, and then we're done. And then obviously I got to boot it up, and then when it doesn't work, that's going to be fun. Oh, I keep hitting my head on this mic. I wonder if you guys can hear that. Next Code Jam is in October. Yeah, next Code Jam is coming up. It's coming up soon. It's it'll be exciting though. I'm looking forward to looking at the things. I've like briefly looked through them, and it looks like you guys have made some pretty cool stuff. So I'm actually really excited to do that YouTube video and see what you guys came up with and what you guys were able to do. Okay, so that's there. Keep forgetting I gotta pull this cable out. So HD audio goes in where? Over there. Okay. This is like the worst way to hold this computer. Okay. And come up here. Sweet. I mean, I don't even really need the HD audio on this, but we'll plug it in just so I don't have to do this again. Okay, sweet, that's plugged in. Now we need USB 3, and then all the, I guess these are front panel, but like all the power supply reset switch, which I would probably need to refer to the motherboard manual for, because I don't know where those go. Okay. What are you guys saying? I want to know how the server works. I don't really know how to describe how the server works, to be honest with you. It just like sits on the network, my local network, and I can transfer files between it and other things. USB 3.0. If anyone's ever built a computer, then you probably understand me when I say how annoying it is to have to deal with USB 3.0. They make it like the thickest cable in the world. It's so difficult to plug in without being seen. All right, so let's put that up here. Now all my lovely management is gone because I forgot about this guy. Okay. Maybe it'd be better if I ran it like that. No. This will be fine. Okay. I just saw your tutorial on Free Code Camp, and that's what I can tell. I don't know what you guys are saying. Tim Dono? Oh, did someone donate? Let's see. Did I miss something? Oh, just showing support. Really appreciate videos. Thank you. Keep it techie. Appreciate that. Keep it techie. Yeah, sorry, guys. I'm not monitoring the chat as much to notice all the donations. Appreciate that. Thank you for the donation. If you guys want to like ask a question or something, I don't know. If you give a donation, I will, answer a question for you or something if that's what you're looking for. Okay. pull that. Almost done. I'm going to show you guys the back in a second. It looks, keep in mind, it looks a lot messier just due to the color of the cables. But it's pretty good. I'm fairly happy with it. Let me see if I can cable tie this in a bit tighter. Okay. Come on, cable tie. There we go. Sweet. Tim, what is the future of programming languages? Tim, when did Tim get a MacBook? I've had a MacBook for a while. I don't know what the future of programming languages is. I have no idea. I don't know what to tell you that. Python. No, I have no idea. I think there'll always be need for, low-level programming language or low-level programmers, I guess, like C++, C, all of that. But I think it's moving more towards these modern languages that are just way faster to write code in. Not as good objectively in some areas, but just a lot faster. I need a new table. This is a custom built table. My dad actually built this for me. So I cannot really give you a recommendation. You can go buy some wood and a drill and a saw and go paint it, and that's what we did. Create a live website with Django. A live website as opposed to a non-live website? Are you talking about like in production? Because I'm going to do something similar to that kind of soon. Tim, you could answer a person with a more useful question. It's hard for me to find some good questions. Hey, how do you learn some framework? Do you read the official docs? Yeah, that's usually what I do. I just mess around with the language a bit or framework, and then I do read the docs. All right, backside's starting to look good. Yeah, last thing is really these front connectors. Probably gonna have to get the manual up though to figure out which pins are which. Oh, and I gotta rewire that cable. Okay, that's fine. I don't understand why they give CDs. I don't know anyone who has a CD drive in their computer, and it's really just a pain. Like, who uses a CD anymore, to be honest? Okay, front connectors. Let's look for this. This is chassis fan 1, AO pump, CPU fan optional. Okay. Did I plug anything in there? Yes, there we go. Good. RGB header. Come on, front panel. Where's the front panel? Oh, maybe. No, it's not it. Ah, there we go. Found it. Let's see what guys are saying here. Did I miss anything? CDs are useless. Who is Psycho? Psycho is a friend of mine, another streamer. He should plug his stream. You guys should go follow him. Do you recommend starting with Java? Java's a good first programming language. I mean, it might not be the most interesting one. Nice t-shirt. Where do you buy it? Link in description. It's also, if you look in the chat, I pinned this exact shirt that I'm wearing because I figured you guys would be asking that. Okay. System power. Let's start figuring this out. Hard drive LED. Positive, negative. This does not tell me which side is which. So I guess white would be positive and, is that right? Oh, $199. How can I get into code? All right, I will take a second to answer that question. How do I get into code? It's kind of vague. You just got to start learning, right? I mean, like, what I would do is pick a language that you want to learn. Just go kind of do a little bit of research, figure out what do you want to do? Like, what do you want to make games? Do you want to just learn basic coding? If you just want to like learn how to code, you don't care about really like what you're doing with the code, then Python is a really easy language to learn. I have like a whole course on my channel that can at least get you started on that. It's 6 hours long, but I would do a little research and figure out what you want to do. Do you want to make websites? Maybe you want to look into JavaScript. But there's all kinds of resources online. It's just about finding and practicing it. If you have another thing, I'll look for a follow-up for you, but that's kind of my answer for that. It's a little vague. Now you have to tell them to start with your video. Yeah, I mean, watch my video, you can watch someone else's video, whatever you want. I'm trying to figure out black would be positive, I feel like, because that would, maybe. Not an electrical engineer. Let's see, I think that's right. Okay. And what else do we have here? Power LED, positive, negative. So positive is white. Okay, I was wrong. Negative is black. Let's swap that. What is this one? Power switch. That's going to be an important one to get right. That is... Why does it not say switch? Power switch. Ground. There we go. Got it. And positive is going to go power button. I don't think it matters which one I do because I think it's just connecting them. All right, and then reset switch. That is, found it. Reset. Good. PLED. All right, let's see what you guys are saying. Are you near the finish? Yeah, I'm really close to being done. I'm like gonna boot it up in just a second. 2:16. You guys are still watching. You're troopers here. I know it's gotten a little bit more boring as we've gone through, but I do actually need to focus enough to be able to do. Let's just pull these cables straight. You guys can see kind of what we're looking at here in terms of cables. I don't know how. It's hard for me to see. I'm looking at like a little monitor for the computer, but let me pull all these things in. All right. And let's, come on, get through. There we go. Okay. Those can just kind of tuck in the back there. This needs to come through. All right. Let's see what we're looking at. Okay. I think that is pretty much good. Now, do I take the risk and take my camera off of the mount and start showing you guys? That's probably not going to work, so I'm going to say no. But this is, I think you guys can see. I'll bring it a bit closer. This is what it's looking like so far. Maybe I can hold it up. You guys can see inside. I think it looks pretty good. The cables are pretty well managed. This fan cable is pretty annoying, but it's not really much I can do about that. HD audio, you can kind of jam in there. I'm going to cable tie those. Fan. I think it looks pretty good. You don't really even see any cables other than there's a mustard one kind of hidden back there. All right, so backside. That's what we're looking at for cable management here. So I don't think that's too bad at all. Kind of tucked in the back there. There's a few loose cables in case I need them because this isn't modular. And yeah, I'm going to put the back panel on now. And yeah, we'll boot it up. Actually, should probably boot it up first, just in case I need to fix something. Let's try it. Okay, can we get a bet in the chat? Is this going to work? What do you think? Yes, no? Do we think Tim did this correctly? I won't be offended if you say no. Let's see. Power bar here. Oh, I heard something. Any lights happening here? Oh, there's a light on the motherboard. That could be a good sign. Okay, let's let's see. Are we ready for me to press the power button? I want to see what you guys are saying. Bet. Yes? Yes? What do we think? Hopefully, Tim, your t-shirts are the best. Appreciate that. Totally gonna blow up. Guys, if the camera shuts off, you know what happened to me. Yeah, I'm just reusing fans. I know I could use the same size, but I'm just reusing fans that I had. So I could actually put another black 140 in the front. I'm not going to do that, though. Okay, let's see. What are we saying? Yes? All right, I'm pressing the button. Good. Seems to be working. All right, I'm going to plug in a monitor now. Actually, I'm going to use this one. I have an HDMI I can steal. Let's see if it boots. Okay. Let's see. I don't see anything yet, but it's like a grayish screen. So maybe. Oh, I'm not getting anything, guys. This could be bad. Maybe it's not coming out of HDMI. Maybe it is there. Do I have to like? Would it come out of DisplayPort by default? I have a DisplayPort cable. 1 second. Let me check that. This could be bad. We'll see though. All right, I have located a DisplayPort cable. It does have an onboard graphics card. Yeah, it has an onboard. I made sure that before I bought it. DisplayPort though. Let's try that. I don't know if it auto detect. Like sometimes it only comes out of one port. I've had that happen before, but let's see. All right, guys. Oh no. I'm gonna try turning it off and back on. Let's just see what that does for us. Did this turn off? Okay. So I don't even know what the problem would be because the thing is, it's like, it literally would just be the RAM slot is the only thing I could change, or the CPU is not installed correctly or something. But I 100% put it in there, right? So let's see. Maybe it's the monitor. Who knows? Oh, I got a green light. Okay. This is gonna be fun if this doesn't work. Oh, I got it, guys. We're good. My screen is vertical though, so it's like impossible for me to actually see it. I'm just gonna get a keyboard and I'm gonna just boot in and make sure that I don't crash or anything, but it actually is working, so good news. And then I'll put the side panels on. Okay, I'm actually going to take a minute just to clean some stuff up here because this is really a mess and this is going to be hard to do. I need to keep all this. Okay, like that. Okay, we're good. We're good. I was getting a little nervous there. I'm not going to lie. That could have been really bad. I promise someone's saying I'm lying. I promise it's working. I can't actually show you, but it is on. I wouldn't be smiling if that wasn't the case. Okay, let's put those in there. Let's put away some garbage. I wish you guys could see under my desk. There's so much stuff right now. It's not great. Okay, whoa. Where should I put all this stuff? All right, 1 second. I'm just gonna start doing a little cleanup here before I get everything set up. What's the chat saying? Are you guys, fun fact, Tim actually needs the vertical screen to read his YouTube chat. Well, this screen isn't, what do you call it? I know what you mean, but this is not the one that I would use for that. Okay, let's put away some of these screwdrivers. Let's go. Show us. Never mind. Maybe I will try to show you. This is going to be... If the HDMI disconnects and the stream goes blank, just understand. I told you guys that was going to happen. I'll try to show you, though. Okay. Don't need these anymore. Alright, I'm officially picking up the camera. This is not... Oh, I've already made a critical mistake. This is not going to go well. I know you guys can hardly hear me, but there's no way I'm going to be able to do this. Let's see. Can you guys see this? This is as far as I can go. I'm watching myself lag. I don't know if you guys can see the screen or not. That's the furthest I can go, but that's the BIOS screen. If you guys can see it. Okay, maybe this is not... Let's see. I'm on a tilt now. Maybe you guys... Whoa, no. Okay, I'm going back. This was a big risk already. And now you're going to be on like a completely different angle. Ooh. Let's see if that's good. I'm going to have to keep going back and forth now because the display on this is off. Will people be able to see me? Let's see. How's this angle? Oh, I've messed my screen up. Oh, maybe even better? No, I need to change it a little bit. Okay, I think that's good. Okay, I'm back. Let's see what this was. Let's see what you guys said. So it does work. Oh, I thought you were coding something. I can see it a little. Make a room tour. No, stop. Camera may fall. Yeah, that was, see you guys. Okay. Oh, that was funny. All right, I think we're good. I'm showing too much of this area, but that's fine. I don't think you guys care that much. Anyways, this is my keyboard I wanted to show you guys. It's like a roll-up keyboard for precisely this reason. So I'm going to just boot in and just press F1 and see if this is all going to work. And then I'll put the side panels on. Okay. F1, enter setup. Sweet. Now you're going to see me doing this. Oh, the CPU is hot. 46 idle? Okay. Memory, 8 gigs. I gotta change that. Okay, I'm gonna do this stuff after. I don't want to bore you guys with this. I'm going to put the panels on, and let's see what this case looks like completed. So first of all, I don't even know what display did I even plug into this? Which one is being, what is it going off of? HDMI, so I didn't need the display port. Okay. All right. Unplug that. I'm going to unplug that. Turn this off. All right, side panel time. Now the question is, which is the front? Okay, I think I know. It's like the only time I put a side panel on and it hasn't like squished every single cable inside. Okay, I'm actually gonna, is this off? Yeah, I'm gonna disconnect this. Okay. All right, I'll give you guys one last peek inside before I put the side panel on. I know it's like all crooked, but that's the easiest way I can show you. That's what it looks like. For a server, well, yeah, I guess file server, I think it looks pretty good. What is a file server? It is a machine that holds files. Just think of it as like a, you know, I don't even, like a database for videos. That's kind of what I'm using it for. All right, and are we locked and loaded here? Almost. Boom, side panel on. How do you, can I take that off? I don't know. Perfect. Okay, let's screw these guys in. Is there another one up there? Yep. How many terabytes? Right now this has 6 terabytes. I don't know. I have these 2 screws. I don't know where they go though. Oh. There. I gotta take the panel off. I forgot. There's some screws in here that I need to put in. I forgot. That's okay. That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. It's 6 terabytes in total. Each drive's 3 drives. They're each 2 terabytes. Is there a screw in there? I don't even know. There was something that I had to screw in here. Oh, no, wait, that's the thing I detached. Never mind. I don't need to take the side panel off. I can't stop thinking about the Minecraft server. I'm not promising a Minecraft server, but I would be really down to have one. We'd have to run it through my Discord, though. So just keep that in mind. Tim Pixel. That's a good name. I just saw someone say that. That's hilarious. Okay. Sweet. Let's get the scissors out of the way. And let's have a look at this now. Okay, so you guys can see the front, obviously. This front has this cool thing. I didn't realize you can actually, if I can figure out how to open it, I think it's here. Here it is. It has this cool thing. So you can actually see the front fan grill, I guess. That's where the, different colored fans are and different size fans. Shh, we don't care. We're not going to look at that. And the filter, I guess that's the cover for the drive bay. And yeah, that's kind of cool. Didn't know it has that. There's some like sound insulation. I think you guys can see that. We got on the front I/O. That's kind of what it looks like. Got, the headphone jack, audio, all that. And I guess, this is the other side. It's literally just black. There's room for a fan here. I think I can pop that off. And at the top, I actually don't know what these things at the top are for. I think I can take them off. It might not be a bad idea to take them off, actually, just because I want some more airflow in here. I have more fans, too, that I technically could mount. I might not though. Okay, so that's how you take this off. So these just pop in. Oops, let's try to get this off. Probably not the best way to do this with a knife, but hopefully this will work. Let's see. There we go. Yeah, so that might not be a bad idea to just leave one of these off. There will be some dust that gets in, but I can actually put more fans. What do you guys think? Would a top exhaust fan be worth it? Do you think I should do that? Let's see what everyone's saying here. Can you make a tutorial on APIs for websites that don't have one? Maybe. If you made an MC server, I'd love to help with the map in the world. Sure, yeah. If I do that, I'll set up like staff. Like it'll be proper. I used to actually run a Minecraft server when I was younger. When I was like 14, I think I had maybe like 20 or 30 concurrent players on it, like at most times. And it was actually pretty successful. So I have a general idea of what I'm doing, but things have changed a lot since I did that. Positive pressure, remember. Yeah, I know. I have two. Yeah, I only have 2 intake fans. Let's see. Water cooling, probably not if the thermals aren't a problem. Yeah, I don't think the thermals will be a problem. Yeah, I'm not going to do it. I'm a beginner programmer. If it wasn't for you and Keith Galleys, I don't know who that is, tutorials, I don't think I would have gotten as far, so thank you. No problem. How old are you? I'm 20. When did you start programming? When I was 12, a long time ago. Let's see what everyone else is saying. How much do you cost? I don't know. Let's just say I'm priceless. How about that? All right, so we just passed the 2-hour mark. I'm pretty much done though. I mean, there is obviously all the setup and stuff I have to do. I don't really want to do that on stream. It's gonna be hard to, and I'm not gonna be sitting on this computer like in this frame for a while. Come on, go in. Jesus thing. There we go. That is way too hard to push in. That's okay. So I'm actually thinking that I'm gonna end the stream now. If you guys have any last questions, I'll stay on and just look at the chat. But yeah, otherwise I'm gonna end this kind of soon. So last questions, I'll give you guys like 2-3 minutes if you want to ask something, or you want to just chat or whatever, and then I am gonna hop off. But a big thank you to everyone who joined the stream. Really do appreciate you guys coming on. I've had a good time hanging out with you guys, and I will do some more streams at some point in time, but they are like pretty, like this is not the easiest thing to run, and it's kind of stressful, right? You have 300, 400 people watching you. Every mistake you make, just letting you know, which is a good and bad thing. Lots of respect for what you do. Appreciate that. 7. Oh my God, you guys are fast. Oh, I did not realize how many questions I was gonna get. Okay, I'm gonna have to slow this down. Do you think learning data science is a good idea nowadays? Yeah, I think it's a good idea. I mean, I think like worst case, you get good at data science and then you're good at data science. You can carry that skill over to something else as well. So I think definitely, and there is a huge focus on data nowadays, right? Let's see. Are you going to make any ethical hacking videos? I'm not very experienced with that. Maybe. I'll look into it because I've gotten asked that question a lot. Make a stream about programming this. I'm not going to write any code for this, I don't think. Hopefully not. So maybe that's not really an option. Yeah, if you guys are here, please do like this stream. I would appreciate that. You got to be more active in Discord server, Tim. It's hard, guys. I'm always filming videos. It's hard to do, this is my most engagement when I do a stream. Are you planning on doing more JavaScript tutorials? Maybe, probably not. Post full spec list. That's not a bad idea, actually. I will go through the specs quickly. It's a Ryzen 5 3400G, so it has a graphics unit in it. Someone said I got scammed when I bought it. I don't know how much it was, so you guys can look it up. 8 gigs of RAM. They're 3,000 megahertz. I have 4 2 terabyte hard drives in there. And then what else do I have? I guess that's about it. I mean, I have like where's the motherboard box? A ROG Strix B450F gaming motherboard. And this case is the Fractal Design Divine R5. I totally didn't just look at the case box to tell you that. 400 watt power supply is inside of here. It actually has enough power that I could put a graphics card in it if I want. Not a huge one, and yeah, as I said, it's about 900 Canadian dollars. I'm actually 20, I'm not 19. Thanks for the stream, take care. Yeah, you too. Where can I practice for Python, like Python projects? You just got to do your own stuff. Just come up with something that you want to make and practice it. 10 years old and can bench 1,000 pounds. Congratulations. Do you have a girlfriend? No, I do not have a girlfriend. Computer engineering versus computer science. If you would prefer software and you want to work, I don't know. I would personally recommend computer science. Computer engineering is much more hardware level. I think it's fun. You do software stuff as well, but it's much more electrical engineering-ish, right? Like you're learning about lower level components, actually designing, say, like, you know, boards. Like you're designing like this physical motherboard or something. I'm not experienced in computer engineering, but that's my understanding of it. Computer science is much more just theoretical programming stuff. So if you like that more, you'd want to work more in like high-tech companies. They're hiring more computer scientists than computer engineers from what I understand. That could be wrong. Have you ever been a TA? No. Suggestion for getting an internship. What is, let me see where this is. At 17. Be tough, to be honest with you. You just have to be extraordinary, right? You got to point your, like, I don't know, sell yourself, right, on your resume. Don't put the fact that you're 17 there. Try to get an interview and get hired, and then tell them you're 17, right? I wouldn't advertise the fact that you were 17 unless they ask you that, and I don't think they're actually allowed to ask you that, but maybe you have to be older than 18. But same tips I would give to anyone, just you got to do more because you're younger, right, and it's harder. How do you make a chat server using Python? I have a video talking about online multiplayer game, or I have a socket video, socket tutorial that shows you how to do that. Will you make the file transfer system using Python? I don't need to make a system. There's stuff that exists to do that. Are you going to record a video on how to set up a server? Probably not. I'm 20. What's your main interest in coding? I like back-end development. What's the file server for? Storing YouTube videos. Can you create some tutorials projects with JavaScript? Maybe. I'm going to do like a social media site thing that will probably use JavaScript. Any books on machine learning you recommend? No, I don't really read programming books. Hey, I'm 14, watching your videos since I was 12. Wow, you've been watching for a long time. Appreciate it. Thank you for the videos. No, thank you for the comment. Can you do tutorials in the command line in the future? I don't know what that means, so I'm going to skip that. Can I make a trained model as an API REST with an Android app as a front end? Yes, you can. What documentation can I look up? I don't know the answer to that. You're just going to have to kind of problem solve on your own, but I know you 100% can do that. Make C++ videos? No, probably not. What would you like to do after Python programming? Not sure. I like TypeScript, React. Honestly, I had a good time programming that for Microsoft. You already asked me that question. I'm going to skip that. Hey, I'm 13, and what should I do with machine learning? I have a video about getting started with machine learning. You can watch that. Tim, why don't you do software engineering at U Ottawa and do co-op first year? That was a good, honestly, I probably should have done software engineering, but I just was in computer science, so I don't really have an answer for you. Have you ever modded a game before? Trying to think. I used to jailbreak iPhones when I was really young, so maybe that counts. HTML, CSS, SQL count as programming languages? I'm going to say no. Anthony Fiscus giving $5. Appreciate it. Thank you. No comment, but really, thank you for the support. Appreciate that. IT interview tips. I have a video on that. Will you make the file transfer? No, I already answered that. Can you make more tutorials MongoDB? I have one coming up, actually. Thank you for your videos. Is the OS Linux? Yes. How can you read this? I'm literate. I don't know. What is the average size of your videos? Like 2 to 3 gigabytes, probably. But I am potentially going to move into 4K videos at some point. So this is kind of like a preparation step. It's not necessarily necessary right now. Do you learn programming just through YouTube? I actually learned almost everything I know about programming, at least when I started, through YouTube videos. Specifically, The New Boston was the channel I watched a lot. All right, I'm getting tired here. I'll do a few more and then I'm going to sign off. I'm going to kind of pick some, though. Why'd you stop making checkers? I didn't. Checkers is coming out again. I just took a break from it because sometimes it gets a little repetitive, the same video constantly on the channel, especially if it's a long series. So I like to sprinkle other stuff in between. If I want to make a GUI with a beautiful design and libraries, what do you recommend in Python? It's hard to make anything like beautiful in Python. Maybe there's an answer to that. I would recommend use another language, like use a JavaScript framework front end thing. Let's see. What do you think Python will be like in 2025? I don't know. I don't think it's going to change that much. I think that it will continue to be used a lot, but I think there'll probably be some newer languages that I don't want to say replace, but do a similar thing to what Python does. So I don't know. I don't want to say it's going to plateau, but I think at some point the growth will kind of taper off. If that's what you're asking about, if you're talking about like the language features, I have no idea. I have no clue. You got to go to like PyCon or something and listen to the talks. Would you recommend Python as a first programming language? Yes. Bye. See you later. This became chat with viewers. Yeah, I know, but that was kind of the point of this. Tim, what is a good language to learn after Python? I think JavaScript is a good complement to Python. Is it true that programming on Mac is better than doing it on Windows? That's subjective. It's up to you. Depends on what you're doing. I would say a Unix-based machine is usually better for programming in terms of like installation, setup, stuff like that. But there is advantages to using Windows, especially if you're using like C, C++, C#, Objective-C, or not Objective-C. Maybe. I don't know enough about that to give you an answer on that one. But I know like using the Microsoft languages is probably better on Windows. What's your laptop name and model? I have the MacBook Pro 16-inch base model with some random upgrade. I forget what I did on it. Do you plan on making videos with React and Flask? Maybe, but that's kind of hard to do. Why you make PyQt5 detail tutorials similar to Tkinter's? Would you make PyQt5 detail tutorials similar to from Code Emmy's channel? I just can't even read today, so I'm going to skip that question. I don't even know who Codemi? Is that what it is? I don't know what that is. All right, last question. When are you going to stop cutting your hair? Never. I like my hair short. Everyone always says that. Stop cutting your hair. I much prefer it to be short. It's just, I don't want to say like it's difficult to take care of when it gets long, but I just think it looks cleaner when it's short. Okay, anyways, that is where I'm going to end. So I appreciate everyone that stopped into this stream. If you're watching it after, well, I hope you enjoyed. I know this was a lot more of me talking than it was building a computer, but that was kind of the point. I figured, let's have something that's kind of fun, tech-related. Let me just chat with you guys, and if you're going to take the time out of your day to come here, at least I can answer some of your questions and talk with you in the chat. So yeah, that is it. Thank you guys very much. I'm going to attempt to end the stream now. And yeah, like, subscribe if you have not already. And I suppose I will see you again in another YouTube video.